Hello lovelies, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to get used to saying that because it's super weird. I am just checking in. I'm about to do a week of writing a vlog. I'm sure there will be some editing in there too, and there's going to be some traveling because I am going to New York to see my family. And when I say New York, I do not mean New York City. I mean Syracuse, New York. I mean the state. There's a whole big state beyond just the city, I promise, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna see my family for a little while. And so while I'm doing that, I wanted to record what it's like to write and edit and run a business and all those other things that I do on a daily basis as I travel and as I try to spend time with my family, as I try to vacation a little bit. It's not really a vacation, don't listen to me that. It's visiting, and that's different. I'm going to be helping my mom do a photo shoot of her glass studio. I'm going to be revising her website. We're going to be playing with a Cricut machine, Cricut cutting machine to do some fun things to her glass, and so that's going to be a fun time. But the whole reason for this is I get babbling about my family and the things I'm going to be doing. I really wanted to update on my novel, my 100-day project that I've been doing for the last 2.5 months. I've been working on Blood Phoenix Imprinted, and it's book 4 again in my Blood Phoenix saga, and it features a vampire who was born half human, half phoenix, which is extremely rare in the world. Hybrids are rare in that world. And the funny thing about her is, in her existence, is that it started to change the way that paranormal creatures are thought of in my actual canon. So she's changing things. People are trying to fight to keep it so that things don't change because, people are fans of tradition. Usually the people in power are fans of tradition, and that's how my world works. My main bad guy, or my big bad, is, her name's Fea, Kellan Frisian. I say Kellan Frisian. I don't know if you can pronounce your own characters' names wrong, but I'm one of those people who knows how to only knows words because I've read them. I don't say them out loud, and I don't usually say her name out loud. So, but it is Fea. A lot of people call her Fee, and that's fine. I don't really care. But I call her Fea. Kellan. She's the head of the Kellan because she's the first ever vampire. She's 10,000 years old, and so right now I'm actually at that midpoint in a 3-act structure, which is really weird for me because I'm at almost 61,000 words. That doesn't seem like a midpoint for a 75,000 word novel, does it? I mean, my ending might come pretty quickly because what happens after this is not quite as extensive. It's more torture-y, which I don't think you could pull off for a really, really long time in a novel, because it becomes the same thing after a while. And so I'm sure there's going to be, the second half of the act is going to go by far more quickly than the first half of the second act has. And if I'm being honest, I've been dragging my feet. I've been writing 500 words a day, don't get me wrong, but I am procrastinating in the novel to figure out what the hell I'm doing. And yes, I have a outline. I have an outline. Oh my god, Alisha, speak English. You're an English professor. You can do this. My endings usually go by pretty quickly, which is something I've been really struggling with because I tend to be a cliffhanger writer, and that's not so great for novels, even if in a series, and I'm trying to get better at that. My first novel is a hella hangover. Well, I'm sure it gives you a hangover because a hella cliffhanger, Alicia. And I know my third book was much better. My second book was fairly better too. And I'm hoping that I've got the hang of it for these guys. I know how it ends. It might be actually kind of we'll see how good I can do the cliffhanger, but still wrap up the overall what the hell's going on in this part of her story. There's only 5 books. There's only 5. Although I'm a fan of really long series, I don't think this book or this character story arc deserves more than 5. Deserves not the right word. Needs more than 5, really. because all of the other parts of the story are a different point of views, and so she gets her own saga. That's why I have the Loving Red saga, which I just launched book 2, my prequel, Little Red and the Surly Bear, yesterday, and she's got one more, or it's a threesome, got one more book in the series, and they're going to meet Rhea, and I'm super excited about this because I love creating connections between books. But a lot of my Broken World, the rest of it, from the characters in Blood Phoenix and the characters in Loving Red, are getting short stories. Some of them are getting books. And then I have a whole nother world of fairies that has a series. I have a whole nother world of mermaids that has a series. And so 5's enough for the first one. Her story's going to be essentially over. She's not going to have that much strife or anything to write about afterwards, unless we want to talk about motherhood and all those other things, and family, and what's like to struggle to paranormal men for, eternity. But I know I'm giving a lot of spoilers, but you guys don't really know what I'm talking about, so that's okay. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you can ask me questions or, whatever. Anyways, I'm updating now. I am right in the middle of a fight scene because my main character, Rhea, has run away from boot camp for vamps, as I like to call it satirically. That's not what it's actually called. It is the Calabrian camp, and that is where she trains new vampires and punishes renegades, which is a vampire who was made without her permission. So that's where I am right now. I think I finally figured out how to end this scene. I've been working on it for a week. 500 words at a time. Not getting anywhere, really. So now I know how it ends. I think I've got it. So I'm gonna go get to it with my coffee. Where's my lock? My face. You hear his purrs? He's a chicken kitty. He's always right next to me. Another kitty. And another kitty. You following me? Shoot. Another kitty. Yes. He's always right here by my desk. By the way, it's a mess. But always gotta be right back where I started. Button jacket. So hey. As you can see, background's different. I am at my mother's house in New York right now, and Monday, I didn't write anything because I was getting ready for my trip. So I spent 4 hours in errands with my husband, running around and all those things, and actually trying to spend time with him. So I didn't write. Figured I'll make it up tomorrow. Tuesday, took 2 flights. I had 1 layover. A lot faster than I am used to because I usually take the train, and the train takes roughly 48 to 54 hours with layovers and all that other stuff. And this one was 6. I left in the morning, and then I got here in the evening, and I got to see my family, and that was ridiculous. I'm not used to that. Usually I'm a greasy ball of mess, grumbly, achy, and all that other stuff because I've been stuck around a whole bunch of people in a very small space for 2 days. So that was really nice. But when I got home, we went and we ate dinner, we got to chat, we did fireworks outside and played games, and I tried to write yesterday. I got 177 words. And on top of that, I didn't write on Sunday, even though I introduced and said I was going to write. I ended up watching a movie with my husband instead. And, you know, oops, I shouldn't feel bad, and I don't feel bad, and you know why? That's because sometimes life is more important than having to write every day and my challenges. So I took a 2-day break. I tried to get back into it yesterday, but traveling took it out of me. And today I am going to get at least my 500. If I get more than that, that's awesome. But I am not going to beat myself and tack on all that extra words just because I didn't write the last 2.5 days. Too bad. So, with that in mind and all that motivation, positivity, I'm going to head back inside and sit in the living room with my mom and my stepdad and probably watch some TV and try to get some words in for the rest of the night. So, it's, what time is it? 6:43? I go to bed usually around 10. I can get 500 words or more in that time, right? Just chitting around and stuff. By the way, this is my cell phone. Yeah. You're on my mom's old iPhone because I'm a real technologically savvy person. Only when it counts. Alright. Wish me luck. I'm gonna see what I can do in the middle of my fight scene that I kind of half-assed know what I'm doing. Kinda. Alright. I'm babbling. I'm kind of excited to be home and see my family. Although I miss my husband. I got a ant on the foot. Okay. It made me itchy. I'm gonna go get to writing. I'll show you the setup inside. Okay, hi. Yes, real close up because I'm whispering because it is 12:30 in the morning, midnight, morning. It's after midnight. And my mom and my stepdad are asleep, but I just wanted to update you guys that I did get over 650 words yesterday. And I'm 30 words away from hitting my 500 right now. And I figured out a plot point that I was missing that I'd already touched on, which was her mother's diary. And I'm like, why hasn't she started reading it yet? She's got it. She didn't know it was there. Granted, she's running for her life, but now that she's captured again, I think somebody's going to sneak it to her in increments, little bits at a time, and that will give me time to figure out what the hell's in there, because I just outlined the story of writing that, or the plot for the actual diary, so now I get to have her read it and get to know a little bit about her mother and what it was like when her mom was pregnant with her. Yeah, it's going to be some nice tie-in secondary storyline, so glad I figured that out. Now I figured out how to get it to her. Now I just gotta get on with the torture. I gotta get on with the secrets being spilled, and I gotta get on with figuring out how she's gonna react to reading her mom's words and whatnot. Man, this light's horrible, and I'm sorry for that. But you know, it's late, and I don't have very many options there. So, alright, just want to update you guys. I am still writing. I did a lot of work this morning. I binge watched some Bosch with my dad. And I came home and I made some coonies and cucumbers because those are two things I can't eat at home. So I'm gonna get those last 30 words and go to bed and start all over tomorrow. So yay. See you guys later. Hey guys. So today I went to the shop with my mom. She owns a stained glass studio, and I sat and I did freelance work. I finally finished the first draft fully of the cookbook that I'm working on for my client, and I get to send that to her tonight. I'm super excited. I also did 540 words in print. Oh god, I did 500 words in Inferno, not in Printed, in Inferno. Imprinted was the last book. yeah, trying to get in the headspace of torturing somebody for a long period of time. And I've never written something quite like that. I've done week-long torture before, and I think that's the longest. I've done some pretty intense ones before, but those were short-term, like waterboarding and dislocating limbs. But yeah, this one's gonna be a lot slower, a lot more psychological than the other ones were. So, I mean, it's gonna be physical too, obviously, but yeah, I need to get in that headspace, and I'm actually happy right now. I mean, I'm always happy, honestly, but, well, always is not appropriate either. Most of the time, I'm a very happy person, so sometimes when I'm extremely happy, like I am right now because I just came back to New York to see my family, it's really hard to get in that dark space. So, I'm just gonna have to push myself there. Purge my darkness. Purge the darkness. That is what I like to say I do with my writing, is why it's so dark and I kill so many people and so much bad shit happens, is because I don't want to keep that inside. Let that go be a story and do it to fake people and not actually hurt real people. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me, but there you go. Alright, I'm babbling. I'm gonna go write a blog post and send some emails. And maybe write some more because it's early. If you can't tell, there's sun. I usually write at night, so because I work all day. But I didn't have the internet today at my mom's shop, so I got a lot of little stuff done. I also got to meet one of her students, which was really fun. She was a fun person to hang around with for a couple hours. She's a former teacher too, so we got to bond over that, and that's nice. And I, of course, love to tell stories about teaching and my students, so. Alright, I'm babbling. I'm gonna go get my shit done and I'll show you the setup in a minute. Here we go. That's why I'm sitting. Here we go. Alright, another day over. Well, it's 1:08 in the morning, but I got 504 words. Finally, I started at 10 or 11 after getting all of the blog stuff done and writing a new blog and making some pizza and, well, a whole bunch of other things while having a not so happy belly all day. My guts haven't liked me all day. But it's done. I got it. So now I can go to sleep. Yay! And we have my niece here tonight, so we are going to go have breakfast in the morning with my mom, my dad, and my stepdad. And then I'm gonna go swimming and maybe even to like a craft store because getting along here because Bella and I love the craft store. Mom loves the craft store too. But Bella and I, we bond. It's gonna be a fun time. Maybe I'll get some more washi tape. Washi work. Okay. I need bed. If you can't tell by my eyes, I need to get to bed. So, yay. I will wrap this up tomorrow and let you guys know what traveling did to my writing. I already know that I missed some words that I should have gotten, but, you know, we'll talk about lessons tomorrow. Alright, night y'all. Hey guys, so I just wanted to give a quick wrap up about the things that I learned during this week of travel and writing and updates about my progress and, you know, the shebang. First, I wanted to say that my goal for the week was the same as every other week. It was 3,500 words, which is 500 words a day, and I got 2,366, so I'm a little bit over 1,000 below. And like I said earlier, I'm not really worried about it because one of my last videos, you saw that I did a 5K in my 12 to 15 hour challenge, so I have a little cushion. I am still far ahead of where I had planned to be, so I'm not finding this to be a problem, even though I do find that I'm going to have more words than my goal amount was, because my goal was 75,000, And I'm thinking 80,000, but it could be even longer than that because as each book comes, they've grown longer. Like I've gotten, I think it's about 60,000 and then about 65,000 and about 70,000. So 75, 80, 85,000 because there's only one more book after this and a lot needs to happen in that time. So how much of it am I going to put on screen? How much of it aren't I? Right now I'm still torturing her and she's gone hysterical and she's being pretty sassy. And I like her that way, so I can't really complain too much about where it's going. Anyways, that's not what this is about. What this is about is talking about writing while I'm traveling and knowing or planning for the idea that I'm going to miss time because right now the goal, even the goal is still to write 500 words a day, that is still my main writing goal. I only get to be here once a year with my family, get to spend time with them. And I don't start writing until about 10 o'clock at night, which you saw was pretty normal, my day to day. But if spending time with them takes time away from writing, well, guess what? I can always make up writing later. And like today, I had 801 words, so, and it's not even 8. I might write more, who the hell knows? Because I have days like that consistently. I'm not worried about it, so I'm not going to push myself too hard. I'm in the habit. I'm going to stay in the habit. That was the point of challenging myself to begin with, was to build new habits. And today I'm pretty excited because my dad gave me some ideas about torturing Rhea. Because it's like I've mentioned, it's a long span of time and I'm not used to that. So because he is my police procedure, FBI, political corruption book and movie and TV genre watching dad, who is as dark as I am, which is where I get it from, by the way. And I'm shaking all over the place because I'm getting too excited. And I usually talk with my hands, and I'm holding you right now. So, welcome to the Italian issues. He gave me a good idea about making her hallucinate. And I've got some more connections with that, and I made one of my other ideas make more sense. So, super excited. First time Dad's ever helped me with the plot because he reads my books, and I asked him, "Are you up to date?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm up to date." I'm like, "Do you want spoilers?" "No, I don't want spoilers." So, it was pretty interesting getting into it, but once we got there, he said it, and I was like, "That's perfect. Oh my god." So now I have an idea of where I'm going, hence the 801 words today, getting a little bit more than normal, and possibly more later because I have direction. I know where I'm going, and that's usually easier to write when that happens. Right, well, stick around. I'm going to be making a few more videos this week about my newbie author tag 1 and 2, my work in progress tag, my NaNoWriMo goal video and setup and plan for that, nano vlogs. Here I come. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.